Hello everyone. Today I will be reading Santo's Grotto by Brown Watson. Before I start, it will mean a lot to me if you could please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. Thank you. December is a magical time. People all around the world are busy choosing their Christmas trees, decorating their homes, and hoping that Santa will deliver presents on Christmas Eve. Many miles away, in a land covered with thick snow and twinkling ice, was the busiest place of all, Santa's Grotto. Inside the grotto, a team of elves were getting ready for the big night. Piles of presents were stacked, ready to be loaded onto the sleigh. The elves had important jobs to do. They read each letter from every boy and girl and made a note of what they would like. They spent hours making each gift as perfect as it could be. From the smallest teddy to the shiniest football. The elves in the grotto made sure that Santa's sleigh was packed and ready to go on Christmas Eve, with a gift for every boy and girl. Finally, the elves made sure that the reindeer were ready for the long journey ahead. They fed them plenty of carrots and gave them each an extra big hug before they set off. In living rooms around the world, children gazed up at night sky, hoping to catch a glimpse of Santa. I wish we could see Santa just once, said a little girl called Matilda, pointing out of her window. Aha! But if you see Santa, he'll know you aren't asleep and you might not get a gift, said her dad. As Matilda went up to bed, she didn't know that at that same moment, Santa was launching into the night sky with his bulging sack of presents. Back in the grotto, Jolly the elf sighed happily. Another successful Christmas Eve, he said, as he watched Santa's sleigh disappear into the night. What shall we do now? Let's tidy up the grotto, replied Abigail the elf. We'll make it nice and tidy for when Santa gets home. But as Jolly picked up a large empty box, he spotted a huge stack of unopened letters. Oh no! Jolly cried. These letters haven't been read. But that means all the children who wrote these letters won't get a present this year, said Abigail unhappily. Jolly shook his head. In all the years he had been an elf, he had never missed a child off Santa's list, and he wasn't going to start now. If we start now, we can make all the presents in these letters, said Jolly, determined. Abigail nodded and ran to fetch the other elves to help. When Santa returned to the grotto, he was very tired. So it was quite a shock to see that he still had a pile of presents to deliver. We're sorry, Santa, said Jolly. We found a pile of unopened letters in a corner of the grotto. These gifts are for the children who wrote to you. Santa smiled. He was very tired, but he knew that it was his job to deliver presents on Christmas Eve. So he jumped back into his sleigh. It was very early in the morning when Santa delivered his last gift to a little girl called Matilda. The armchair in Matilda's living room looked very inviting, so Santa decided to put his feet up for just a moment. A few moments later, Matilda crept into the room and was astonished to see Santa asleep in an armchair. Her dad had quite a shock too. Dad, whispered Matilda, now that I've seen Santa, does this mean I won't get a present? Don't worry, Matilda's dad said, chuckling. I'm sure I can see a present for you under the tree. Matilda smiled as she tiptoed out of her living room, leaving Santa to have a well-earned rest. I hope you enjoyed listening to my book. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.